welcome back to my channel. My name is Kiara. I am going to show you guys today how to get super cheap and affordable backdrops like this one behind me that costs less than $7. So if you guys are interested, definitely keep watching. Okay, so I feel like YouTube is a very divided place when it comes about backdrops. I feel like when I first started my YouTube channel, I was constantly searching for a decent backdrop that was not going to break the bank. A lot of people recommend paper backdrops, which run anywhere from $30 to $60, and a lot of people recommend fabric backdrops, but what I was being told is just buy them on Amazon, and those are about $20 a piece. And starting off on YouTube fresh, first of all, one, you're not making money, so you want things to be affordable. So, and two, you don't know what you're looking for. I feel like a lot of people have super exciting, fancy, cool backdrops, and that's what you want. So, it took me a while to figure out that standard colors are where it's at. So right here you see that I have a red, just a solid red backdrop. So, the reason you guys are all here is backdrops that are super cheap, super affordable, that you can get. You guys ready for this? I don't think you guys are ready for this jelly. I spent less than $7 for my backdrop. Yeah, you heard me right. Less than $7. I bought it at Walmart. You heard me. Yeah, you did. Walmart. Now you're probably thinking, what do you mean you bought it at Walmart? Because I feel like a lot of us that go to Walmart don't realize there's a whole craft section in the center of almost every Walmart that has a whole aisle of fabric. I was walking through Walmart with my husband, and I stopped and I was like, Walmart has a fabric section? And he kind of like paused and was like, Walmart has a fabric section? And I walked down the aisle, and if you were to go to a Joann Fabrics or a fabric store comparable, per yard, they're normally $6 to $11. I walked in Walmart and they were $2.77 per yard. So I can go to Joann Fabrics and spend like $15 for a 2-yard backdrop, or I can go to Walmart and spend less than $7 for a backdrop. Now, the cool thing about that is, one, sometimes you buy backdrops and they just don't work out. So buying it, getting it home, spending $20 on it and realizing, hey, my camera doesn't like this, or hey, wow, this really washes me out, or hey, this is supposed to look blue, but it definitely looks white. So it just sucks spending a lot of money on something that you don't know is going to work out versus spending $6 if it doesn't work out. Hey, I'm not out that much money. So you guys will see one of my backdrops is like a periwinkle blue, but it shows up white on camera. So I just recommend going to Walmart, picking it up, and there you go. Less than $7. And what I use to put my backdrop up, now before anybody freaks out at me, yes, I know this is kind of putting holes in your wall. I just use thumbtacks. They come in this little thing. It's $1.20 something for 100 of them, or $2 for 200. These little push pins, these little doodads. I literally pin them into my wall. That's it. I'll show you guys at the end of this video how I actually tack it to my wall, just in case anybody wants to see. Super easy. Super freaking affordable. I can get multiple backdrops for the price of what I would buy for one, say on Amazon or like backdrops.com. Is that even like a thing? Backdrops.com? I don't know. But what I'm trying to say is it's super affordable. I highly recommend this for you guys. I will be showing you 4 of the backdrops that I purchased from Walmart, show you what they look like. If you guys are interested in seeing how I light up my backdrop, just because lighting on backdrops does make a significant difference on how it is going to pick up on camera. If you guys want to know what type of lights I have, how I have my lights set up, definitely feel free to leave a comment down below, and let's get started. Alright, so this is going to be another backdrop. Again, bought it at Walmart. $2.77 per yard. You can't beat that. So again, they have a whole bunch of colors at Walmart. They have multiple shades of the same color. There's going to be lighter ones, there's going to be darker ones. A tip that I have for you guys is to go brighter than you're expecting, normally because your lights are going to wash it out. I have another one back here that's blue, and my camera picks it up more of a white color. This one's yellow. I really like this one. Also, if you guys have a smaller filming space, or if you film on your iPhone and it's like really up close, you guys could even get away with a yard. You guys could definitely get away with cutting this in half and working with like just that. I personally, the way my camera is set up, can't really get away with a yard. So if you guys can get away with a yard of fabric, then you guys are good to go. It's less than $3. But if you guys need 2 yards, it's less than $6 for a whole backdrop. Plus the little push pin thingies right here. They're only $1.24 for 100. So Super cheap, super affordable. Let's move on to the next backdrop. We're back to my all-time favorite backdrop, which is my purple one, which was my favorite backdrop before I bought the red one, because I don't know why I never bought a red one, but I like it a lot. So we're back to this one. Again, $277. I bought it at Walmart. Now, throwing a little disclaimer, sometimes they are wrinkly. Sometimes you will have to iron them. If you don't have an iron, that's perfectly fine. You might just require a couple more thumbtacks just to like pull it extremely tight, versus if you were to iron it, like this one right here, as I'll show you guys, is ironed. I ironed it before I pinned it to the wall. That way I didn't need too many thumbtacks. But if you're just gonna throw it on the wall and you don't have an iron or you don't feel like ironing it, you're gonna need a little bit more thumbtacks just to pull it taut and all the little wrinkles. So you're just gonna require a little bit more. Perfectly fine. I feel like the same thing happens for a lot of people when they decide to buy a backdrop. For some reason, we all decide we need shiny things, like big, bright, shiny things that are sparkly. So that's where I went. So the first backdrop I ever bought, I bought off Amazon, and I spent, I want to say $17, $20, something around $20 for a backdrop. My very first backdrop was this. So I loved the backdrop at first, but as you learn new things about YouTube and filming setup and artificial light compared to natural light, artificial light kind of does you dirty sometimes. So if you have anything sparkly behind you, the light is going to pick it up a lot. So for example, having this, yes, you can see that it's sequins, but mostly all you see is light. You don't see shiny necessarily, you just see the light reflecting off of it. So this being like behind you is very distracting, and also it's really hard for your camera to pick up on your face. I found that a lot of sparkly things, while yeah, it looks nice on camera, anytime I move, I feel like the light in the background moves, so my camera not only is trying to focus on me that's moving, it's also trying to focus on the light in the back that is moving, if that makes any sense. So not only is my camera working to keep me in focus, it's also working to keep the background in focus. And especially if you have an f-stop, you normally don't really care about the background being in focus, so it created a lot of issues for me while editing, where like I'd move out of focus to grab something. As you can see now, it's fine. Like if I move out of focus, my camera doesn't do anything. Versus before, when I had the shiny backdrops up, if I were to move out of focus to grab something, it would focus on the sparkles, and then coming back into frame, it would refocus on my face, but it would throw off my lighting. So it was really hard editing that and wanting to post it for people when my camera is trying to catch these sparkles, and every time I move out of frame, my lighting goes up and down. Now I have a Canon EOS 70D, so I do have the camera that a lot of YouTubers use. So I was trying to figure out why my lighting was so bad and why my backdrop wouldn't be in focus, and then I realized that if you kind of think about it, a lot of bigger YouTubers, or a lot of YouTubers that have really good quality content, have neutral backdrops, if you think about it. So sequins were my first backdrop, and I've decided that I don't like sequins. Now I'm not saying that I'm never going to go back to a sparkly backdrop. I'm just saying that, especially as a new YouTuber starting out, like learning to edit, learning to film, learning how to set your lights up, and then taking on like the challenges of trying to fix stuff is a lot easier than starting off hard with your camera not doing things right and trying to fix it. I hope I'm making sense for you guys. So my second backdrop, which I loved, was this one. And as you guys can see, that was a perfect example right there. So let me see if I can do it again. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to tell. My camera is trying so hard to pick up the light that it's sometimes gets really dark. Like it'll focus on the light and then it'll get really dark. So again, shiny backdrops, especially if you're starting out, aren't going to be the greatest. Also, I think I paid like 20 bucks for this as well, and this is just a piece of fabric that I got at a fabric store. So I'm going to show you guys how it's pinned up to my actual wall, and then I'm going to take you guys to Walmart with me to show you the do's and don'ts of picking out a backdrop at Walmart. That camera's not gonna pick that up. Tiny little polka dots. Your camera's gonna have a really hard time picking that up, and it's gonna focus on the dots instead of your face, which is never fun when you're editing, and things like this. So avoid tiny designs at all costs. Okay, second thing to avoid. If you are sitting behind artificial lights, I know that these look pretty, but your camera is not going to pick them up the way that you think they are. It's just gonna look like a shiny mess. So I would stay away from like these kinds and these kinds at all costs. If you are going to do a bold pattern, make sure it is a large bold pattern. So we went over the bold patterns not to do, but if you want a pattern, you're gonna want to go something big and chunky and thick. So this one, or something like this one, these two down here, something that your camera is definitely gonna be able to pick up. So something like this. Like this one compared to this one, they're the same pattern, but you're gonna be able to see that one better than this one. It looks really pretty, but if you think about it, it's just see-through, and you're gonna be able to see your wall through it, and it just never looks good. And layering it on top of other backdrops is normally just too much work, so I'd stay away from these as well. The last one that you're gonna want to stay away from is like felt or like thicker ones. So these kind, because it's really thick, it doesn't stay up very well, and it wrinkles really bad. Like this, you'll be able to see, and it just doesn't look very nice. That's really close, so no. The last tips I have for you is, one, certain colors are going to be more expensive, so obviously pick the cheaper one. And second of all, make sure you pick a color. Say you want yellow, but there's like 12 different yellows. Make sure you hold it up against your face just to see which one flatters you more, so you don't pick a color like this one that would not be good, but this one would. Pastels normally are going to be the best. The only thing that sucks about Walmart is you gotta wait for someone to come get it, to cut it. That takes forever. Thumbtacks. We're actually gonna get the smaller pack because we don't need 200, $1.24. That's all we need. Alright, that is it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love doing videos like this. I love giving people information, like the fellow community, like tips, tricks, things like this, where you're going to save a little extra money and it's going to ump your game a little bit. So I love sharing the tips and the tricks and helping people make their channel a little bit better. So if you guys have any tips or tricks or questions or anything else you guys may want to see, just leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.